Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Saturday evening, no, not Saturdays, Monday evening edition of our live session. And we are going to start our, a very new topic, which is innovated topic in the traditional Lean Six Sigma with the help of, some new tools. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about something called Rapid DMAIC. All right. So before that, let's welcome the new members in the community. Anybody new here? Just give me yes in the chat box. If you're attending this, this session first time live, just type me in the chat box so that let's welcome them and then start the session. Okay. Yes. Okay. Mr. Raju is there. Superb, superb. Anyone else who is new here attending this session first time? Just type me in the chat box. Okay, Mr. Ramchandra, Mr. Pramod. Okay, everybody just welcome these new members in the chat box. Welcome, welcome, welcome to these new members in our community before we start our live session. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you also welcome. So all the new members who are attending this, first or second time. Okay, you guys are new. So see, in the live sessions, what we do is the objective of live session. Earlier, what we used to do, I used to come live and I used to open the forum for question and answer. Understand this? That was the objective of live session. So live session also kept on evolving. Okay. After that, then we started taking certain topics. Okay, so people suggested, sir, why don't you take hypothesis testing? It is a little difficult topic to understand. So we started taking certain topics. Okay, so we take generally one topic each, and so there is no such sequence because every day new people join the in the community. So there is no sequence because sequence for somebody could be non-sequence for somebody. Okay, so it is not sequence, but all these topics are important for your green and the black belt journey. Okay, and the objective is to take your understanding of Lean Six Sigma to the next level, in depth. That is the main objective of this, and of course, question answers are also there at the end of the session, right? So my recommendation is do not miss the live sessions. Even if you miss, please check out the recording of that in the masterclass archive. Okay. With this, let's begin our journey. With the rapid DMAIC model. Now, for that, let me just cover some of the basic fundamentals of DMAIC. Now, everybody must have been through the yellow belt content, right? The basic yellow belt content everybody has gone through. So, in the yellow belt content, basically, which we follow DMAIC. Okay. Now, there are various levels. We have seen white belt, yellow belt, green belt, black belt, master belt. There are 5 levels in Lean Six Sigma, out of which white belt is just awareness level, and master black belt is it's a mentorship level. Okay, where you do the mentorship. So what remains is the 3 levels in between, which is yellow belt, green belt, and the black belt. These are the levels where in the industry basically you do projects. Okay, out of which. So everybody's clear, right? 5 levels: white belt, yellow belt, green belt, black belt, master black belt. 5 levels are there, out of which white belt and the master black belt does not do project. They don't do the project on their own. White belt does not require to do the project, and master black belt are the coaches. So who are the remaining 3? The remaining 3, which are yellow belt, green belt, and the black belt. They are the project doers, basically. They're the project drivers, project leaders, you can say. So if I draw a histogram of the projects, overall projects happening in the industry. Now this is not there in any of the textbook of Lean Six Sigma. This is purely coming out of my experience. Okay. If I divide this histogram into 3 parts, of course, these 3 parts will not be equal. I'm talking about the quantity. Okay. The number of projects which are done in the industry. So I have observed this is again a very, 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 very broad level bifurcation. 10% you will see smaller or yellow belt level projects. Okay. 75 to 80% you will see green belt level projects, and remaining 10% you will see very complex, which are black belt level projects. Now again, there is no statistical proof for this bifurcation. this is purely on my 15 to 17 years of industry experience, the huge projects we have done. So we have seen small amount of yellow belt projects people do because there are small improvement initiatives. They can get some small benefit out of it. Majority of the chunk is lying in the green belt level, which is 75 to 80% of projects fall in this cadre of green belt. And very complex level, very big projects, they are around 10%. So this is a more or less a breakup of the quantity industry wise you can see. Are you clear with this example? And this is completely my experience, no statistical proof for that. Clear, everybody? Just give me a signature. Just keep it in your mind. Okay, keep it in your mind. That means that should give you the confidence that even if I become master in the yellow belt, in the green belt level, that will give me an added advantage to basically what you can say, solve the majority of the projects. Okay, so don't worry, don't wait for becoming master black belt to start doing the projects. Okay, even if you are clear about the green belt level projects, you should actually start implementing them. Implementing is most important. Practicing. Yeah. So Ronnie ji, we are just talking about in the industry. Okay, in nutshell, in the industry, I have observed personally 10% yellow belt level projects you will do, you will see 75 to 80%. The massive chunk will be, you will be seeing the moderately complex projects, which is the green belt level projects, and 10% are only very complex, very large size projects called black belt level projects. Okay, clear hai? Yes. Are you clear, everybody? Ronnie ji and Priyanshu ji, are you clear with this?
Yes.
Give me yes in the chat box. Clear? Super, super. Just type yes in the chat box so that I'll get the confirmation. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Anybody?
Hello,
yeah.
sir.
हाँ जी, बोलिए बोलिए.
Sir, actually, I have joined delay in the session because
हाँ.
I am not getting the link every classes on time.
Okay. Are you not getting emails and the WhatsApp communication?
Yes, 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 sir.
तो ये लिंक कैसे मिली आपको? हेलो 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 प्रियांशु जी, आर यू देयर? वी जस्ट मिस्ड हिम. हाँ जी. ये लिंक कहाँ से मिली आपको फिर?
एक्चुअली सर मैंने चैट बॉक्स में लिखा, उनको मैसेज किया, उसके बाद मुझे मिलता है.
चैट बॉक्स में दिखा. ओके, ठीक है. आई विल चेक आउट क्या हुआ है. ओके, विल चेक आउट एंड सॉर्ट दिस आउट. ओके, या थैंक यू. Okay, or and another thing, from now onwards, what we are going to do is there is something called I'll just a second. Let me just check out that. Yes, community. Okay. There is a segment called community in our dashboard. Community segment में live sessions का link available होगा. Everybody make a note of this. Okay. From now onwards, what we'll do is you don't rely on the email as well as the WhatsApp message. Okay. In our community tab, there will be a link posted as well. So you just have to come to community, click on the link, and you can enter the session. Clear? So 7:30 p.m. will be the fixed timing for Saturday as well as Monday. So just come to the community, and so you don't have to wait for the email, don't have to wait for the WhatsApp communication message. Okay? Everybody just clear? Just give me yes in the chat box if you're clear on this. Clear, everybody? Super. Yeah, that will solve the problem, right? So you need not to depend on any system. Just come to community section and click on the link. Okay. Very good. Chalo, आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो yes. So this is what is the first topic which I wanted to cover. Now, second point is now again, as I said, the disclaimer is this is not a what you can say statistically proven data. This is my experience. Okay. Now, apart from that, everybody is clear about y is equal to function of x, right? I'm just want to clarify another very important topic here. Y is equal to function of x. Make a note of this. This is very important equation. Y is equal to function of x, where y is our output and x is our input. Correct? In our DMAIC framework, define and measure phase, because we are talking about the DMAIC framework, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Define and measure phase basically focuses on the output, and analyze, improve, and control focuses purely on the input. Input meaning the factors which are impacting the output. Okay. And what is output in this context? Let's say, for example, I'm from HR and I'm doing project in attrition reduction. Attrition meaning the people churning out, people leaving the company. That's my project. So my output will be attrition. So in my define phase, I will define how big is my attrition problem. In the analyze, in the measure phase, I will collect the data about attrition. Understand this? When I say define and measure, will focus on output, meaning what? In the define phase, I will first define in the project charter, problem statement, goal statement, business case, everything. Okay. The SIPOC I will make about this entire process. And in the measure phase, I will collect the data about the attrition only. Attrition meaning I will collect the data about the department-wise attrition, month-wise attrition, the manager-wise attrition, under whom the maximum attrition is happening. Okay. Any seasonal-wise attrition. So all these patterns and trends, I will collect the data of. If I have a multinational company or I have a multi-location facility, location-wise attrition. So I will collect all the attrition-related data in the measure phase, but about output only. I have not touched about the inputs. What are the factors? What are the reasons? Now, when I go to the analyze phase, are you clear till now? Define measure phase, I will focus on output. Are you clear on this point? Just give me yes in the chat box. ये point समझ में आया? Define measure phase, I will only focus on my output, and output. Are you clear? If I want to reduce the downtime, let's say machine downtime. So I will collect all the data about machine downtime. I will define the problem about machine downtime. I will only focus on machine downtime, which is my output. Now, as I shift to analyze phase, after measure phase, I go to analyze phase. There I switch my focus from output to input. So I will collect, I will identify what are the factors which are impacting my attrition, the machine downtime, etc. The causes and the root causes. Then I will do the validation of it. Okay. So analyze, improve, and control. In this phase, I will only and only work on my inputs, the reasons, the factors. Okay. So these three phases basically focus on the inputs. First two phases basically focuses on the output. Are you clear on this bifurcation of this DMAIC 5 phases? Clear hai? First two phases focus on the output. Next three phases focus on the input. Clear? ये differentiation बहुत clear होना चाहिए आपके दिमाग. Are you clear with this? Any doubt in this? Please let me know. Clear hai? Very good. Make a note of this. This is very good, very, very important insights I'm mentioning here. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Super. Now let's move to the next one. Now, in the traditional DMAIC methodology, okay. In the traditional DMAIC methodology, I'm just giving you. So, as I mentioned to you, white belt and the white belt and the master black belt, they don't do the projects, right? Yellow belt, green belt, and the black belt. These are the three levels where generally we do the projects. Yellow belt projects are on an average take 1 month. Green belt 3 to 4 months. This is traditionally. Nowadays, we are using certain AI tools, etc., some other strategies to reduce. Black belt projects generally take 6 months because they're very complex and big projects. Now, if I have to divide this into phase-wise manner, the breakup would look like this. Okay. Make a note of this. This is just for our basic understanding. Just for our basic understanding. Again, numbers can go sometimes here and there, but this is for our basic understanding. Okay. So define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. You can just make similar kind of a table, I would say. And I'm just writing how many weeks every phase will take. So for yellow belt, define and measure phase will take 0.5, 0.5 weeks. Okay, now these are in weeks I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking about these are in weeks. And here I've spoken about the months. So my uh, my understanding is 1 month equals 4 weeks. Just make it very simple. 1 month equals 4 weeks. That's the understanding. All right. Now analyze phase generally takes, again, this is again ballpark figures. Improve phase can take about 1.5, and then control phase is another for the for the yellow belt level. So if you add this up, it is coming to 1, 2, and then 2, which is 4 weeks. Correct? Then comes the green belt level, where the distribution broadly will look like this. Just for our understanding. Yeah. So totally it becomes around how many? 4 and 4, 8, 8, 10, 14 weeks. So which is around 3.5. So 12 weeks is 12 months. Sorry, 3 months. So it is 3.5 months, we can say 14 weeks. And if I talk about black belt level, then the breakup would look like this. So 10, 12, and 12. So it's overall 24 weeks. This is traditional breakup of the DMAIC timelines. Make a note of this, everybody. If you see, really, it is proportionate to each other only. Okay, it is a little proportionate to each other. Again, it depends on the industry, depends on the complexity, but this is ballpark. You should know. Okay, how much time define phase, how much time measure phase. If you observe very closely, analyze and improve phase consumes the maximum amount of time. Analyze and improve phase consumes the maximum amount of time. In the black belt level, measure phase also consumes a lot of time, because in the measure phase, generally we conduct gauge R&R and a lot of other, data transformation, all those things required some kind of extra effort in the black belt level. That's why it takes a little bit of more time. Now, are you clear with this? With this table, are you clear? I have just broken the traditional duration of the levels into weeks, okay, and into the DMAIC framework: define phase, measure phase, analyze phase, improve and control phase. Okay. Now, why we take this much of time? The biggest reason is, understand this, generally YBs, green belts, yellow belts, green belts, and the black belts are in the organization. They work on the project on part-time basis. Make a note of this. All of us who are getting certified in yellow belt, green belt, black belt, majority of us, okay, barring the black belt, almost all of us work as part-time basis. That means out of our actual time, we allocate 5 to 10% of the time on the projects. And that is the time why it takes that much of time to resolve that complex challenge. See, and we are dealing with a complex problem, okay, which is there for a very long time, which is coming repeatedly, okay, which is consuming a lot of resources of the company. So we are dealing with a complex problem, and with the part-time resource allocation, we are driving the project. Are you clear? So as a Lean Six Sigma expert, as a Lean Six Sigma professional in the organization, we have to take care of our routine activities. Plus, additionally, we have to, of course, we get benefit of that in our career. We get better promotion, better hikes, etc. We can demand for that. But ultimately, we are working there as a part-time roles. Only master black belt is a position which is considered to be a full-time role in the industry, where their role is full-time role, where, see, sometimes black belts are also hired full-time. I have seen some of the organizations hire black belts as well full-time. But master black belt is the person who drives the entire program of Lean Six Sigma, entire culture of Lean Six Sigma. Okay, entire drive of Lean Six. So right from identification of the projects, identifying the right team members, allocating the resources to each and every team member, giving training, then driving project coaching, project handholding, mentoring, motivating. If any technical problem they have, any DMAIC level problem, Minitab problem, whatever challenges they have, master black belt's role is to eliminate those challenges and drive this entire culture in the organization. That's why it's a full-time activity. It cannot be done part-time. But rest of the project driving activities are done, part-time. Are you clear with this? This is very, very important fundamental understanding before we dive into our today's major topic, which is called rapid DMAIC model. Clear hai? This is just give me yes in the chat box, everybody. Super clear? Yes? And again, these time frame are just for our reference point. Okay? So majorly what you need to understand is define, measure. Okay? Analyze and improve takes a lot of time and energy. Okay? Ramchandra ji, please ask the question. Please type the question in the chat box. See, we have a question answer at the end of the session as well. So you can keep your section questions at the back, or you can type in between as well. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? It will break the flow. Otherwise, you can type the question. I will answer that in the chat. Okay. Over there. You can type it. I'll immediately ask the question. Yeah, both the sorry बोलने की क्या जरूरत नहीं है. Both the options are okay. Either you type or you hold it till the end of the session. I will open the forum for all the questions and answer. All right. Chalo. Now coming back to so have you taken this down? Coming back to the rapid DMAIC model now, which is very interesting model. Okay. Now rapid DMAIC is not very well known model in the industry, guys. But if you understand this very well, then you can solve certain problems with this model very, very effectively. Okay, understand this. So let's deep dive into rapid DMAIC model. Okay. Now let's go to rapid DMAIC model. Let me share my screen with you guys. I think let me undo this and stop sharing this. Okay. I have a small presentation, which is just I'll share that with you. Okay, so what is rapid DMAIC? The name itself suggests the DMAIC itself is taking 3 to 6 months of time. Okay, and every organization may not have that much of patience because, see, understand this. Here we are dealing with complex problems, not very small, petty problems, right? We are talking about very deep-rooted, very chronic challenges, right? And see, if the disease is chronic, obviously the ailment, the treatment also will be that deep, right? Similarly, the DMAIC itself takes a lot of time because we have to dig deep. We have to validate each and every point with the very solid data. So with that, it takes time. So now let's break this down, how rapid DMAIC can work in this and how we can overcome that time duration in a very effective manner. Okay. Now, so what is rapid DMAIC? It's a modified version of DMAIC that is designed to accelerate the process improvement timeline. Okay. It is particularly useful for the organizations that need to quickly address a specific problem or improve a process in a short amount of time. Now, where we can use rapid DMAIC, where we cannot use rapid DMAIC, I will explain that. Okay, so generally for the black belt level, very complex level projects, you should never try rapid DMAIC model. Okay, you can try rapid DMAIC model in yellow belt level, or in some cases of the green belt level projects, you can try this rapid DMAIC model. Now, what is the difference between these two? Okay, so the traditional DMAIC and the rapid DMAIC, this is the just a bifurcation, just a differentiation between these two models. So generally the time frame, as we said, as I mentioned, that's what I clarified certain points. So the traditional time frame of the DMAIC project is around 3 to 6 or 4 to 6 months. Okay, when it comes to green belt and a black belt level. Rapid DMAIC, we can focus about 1 month. Understand this. Now I'm not talking about yellow belt projects. I'm talking about a moderate complex, maybe a green belt projects, how we can, a green belt level projects, how we can complete within 1 month. That is something which we are basically talking about. Okay. Then statistical tools, we use extensive statistical tools in green belt as well as black belt level. Now in the rapid DMAIC, we use only relevant tools. So which tools we can use, which tools we can, give a pass. That is something I have a Excel sheet made ready for you. Reviews. Now, there is something called toll gate review. How many of you are aware of toll gate review? Just type me in the chat box. In Lean Six Sigma framework, the DMAIC framework, we have something called toll gate reviews. How many of you are aware of it? Just type me in the chat box. Okay, Akshata is there. Who else is aware of toll gate reviews? Anyone else? No? Okay, so in the DMAIC framework, after every phase, okay, we have reviews with top management. Reviews with, we call them as champions. Champions are the top management representative who are actually driving this entire drive in the organization. Okay, so these people review the progress of the project after every phase. So literally we have 5 phases, so we have 5 toll gate reviews. So 5 reviews will be there. Here in the rapid DMAIC, we only have 2 reviews, one after major phase and remaining one would be after within control phase, meaning. So it first will be the major phase and then at the end of the project. Okay, so these are the 2 reviews we do. All right. Documentation is complex. Each and every document is used in the documentation. Rapid DMAIC documentation is comparatively simpler than the traditional documentation. Emphasis majorly on each and every part. Traditional. Okay. Traditional methodology used in this DMAIC methodology, and that is what we are taught hardcore. Here we are result oriented. Does it mean we bypass certain tools? Actually, yes, set some point of tools, but they are very, 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 very well backed up with some real facts and and some good amount of experience. Okay, how? I will explain you. Implementation is as we are deep diving into the causes, root causes, validation, etc. Similarly, we are focusing on the implementation. So it's that there is a 50-50 deep diving and implementation happening. Here, we are very high focused on taking immediate action and the solution implementation. So very fast, rapid action taking happens over here. Cost of consulting is very high. If you want to engage any external consultant, then consulting engagement will be very high. Here, you can have a very low engagement and you can get some results as well. Baseline data, generally, we suggest 1 year data. That's what it is written. 6 months to 24 months data. Again, if you're the black belt level projects, then we go for 2 years data, which is 24 months data. But here, the baseline data is 1 to 3 months. What is baseline data? I hope everybody's clear about baseline data. What is baseline data, by the way? Just type in the chat box. Let me see how many of you know baseline data kya hota hai. Let's type in the chat box. What is baseline data in one word? What could be baseline data? Yeah? What is that? Just in 1 or 2 words, how can we explain that? Have I... Haji, boliye. Yes. Approved by all stakeholders. Very good. Okay. Average data of some months. That's very nice. Okay. Average data. So before we start the project, whatever data we collect about that project, about the why, about the output. Let's say if the project is of attrition, as I mentioned earlier, so I will collect 1 year data of attrition. That is my baseline data. Why it is called baseline? Because that base is used for comparing the improved data, improved version of the process. That's why it's called a base. Correct? Are you understanding the base from where we start comparing our improved performance of the project? Right? So this is last 1 year is the average time duration. For black belt project, we can go up to 2 years as well if the data is available. Okay. So that is called baseline data. So generally here 1 to 3 months data is good enough for us in the rapid DMAIC projects. Okay. Now the complexity of the problem, as I mentioned, high and medium. Here, medium and low. That's what I said. Generally, green belt and yellow belt projects are fit for the rapid DMAIC model. And we will never recommend black belt projects in this rapid DMAIC model. Are you clear with this? Just type yes in the chat box. Just take a screenshot of this. Anyways, I'm going to share this document with you, below the recording of the video. Okay. See, our recordings will be available in the masterclass archive. All the new members in the masterclass archive, we have our all recordings of the live sessions are kept. Okay. So once it is done, then after 1 or 2 hours, it will get uploaded in the masterclass archive. You can check out that. And there will be the title of the same title will be given, like rapid DMAIC projects, and the date also will be given. Okay. So in the masterclass archive, you have to scroll at the bottom. At the bottom, you will get the latest recording. Okay. There are almost 320, 330 recordings available. So don't get lost into that. Just come to the bottom and you will see the last version. And below the video, you will find all the documents. Okay. Let it be the PowerPoint presentation. Let it be the Minitab file. Wherever Minitab file we have practiced, that file is exactly given below the video recording. Are you clear? The new member especially. Okay. So whichever whatever reference document we are projecting here will be kept below the video. Okay. Super. Now let me just show you a Excel sheet. Are you clear with me what I'm talking about here? The DMAIC framework, the major breakup, and the rapid DMAIC. What is the difference? Okay. Till now, everybody with me, just give me yes in the chat box. Till now, everybody with me? Just give me yes. Super yes. Very good. Super. Amazing. Thank you very much. Okay. So now let me just quickly touch upon, and I'm going to give you this document as well. There is an Excel sheet just to give a bifurcation. Okay. A traditional, let's say a DMAIC or a green belt level project. What are the basically tools we use? And in the rapid DMAIC, which tools we are going to use? Okay. So let me quickly increase the font a little. So here, let's go phase wise quickly, so that phase by phase we'll compare what we will use in traditional green belt DMAIC project and the rapid DMAIC project. Okay. So coming back to first phase, which is a defined phase, project identification. Generally in the green belt level, see, green belt as such are not accountable for project identification. Master black belt level we do. Okay. But in the green belt, your curriculum, we have kept some of the topics like internal project selection, external project selection. Okay. So that is what we have kept it over here. But project charter is common. SIPOC and process mapping is common. Stakeholder management is common. Are you clear? Rest, communication plan, etc. Even if you, skip this part, it's okay with the rapid DMAIC model, because rapid DMAIC is a very, very fast-paced model where, we meet. So let's say let's compare the timeline as well. So let's say this is a 4 months model, 4 months project. And in the rapid DMAIC, we have to finish the project within 1 month. Okay. And a medium or a complex level project. Let's compare green belt only. Let's talk about green belt. So green belt project, which is traditionally takes 3 to 4 months, how a rapid DMAIC project can convert that into a 1 month model. Okay. Then now let me ask you one question. This is very interesting question. If we have the data, now listen to my question very carefully. If we have the data available, how much time, okay, how much time do we require, Listen to me very carefully and then give me the answer, okay? How much time do we require to do histogram? Just look at this. Just look at this. Histogram, Pareto, time series plot, box plot, etc. How much time should it take? Type in the chat box. If we have the data available, how much time should it take? Type in the chat box, everybody. Everybody type your answer in the chat box, which whatever you feel. Few seconds, 5 minutes, 1 minute. So literally no time, right? What is time consuming is the availability of the data. Are you understanding? Now, if you master Minitab, and that's what we take almost every week, we do some kind of Minitab exercises every week. Okay, right? So when we are very well versed with the Minitab, literally it takes seconds and minutes to convert the data into, the graphs, box plots, trend chart, the Pareto chart, X bar R chart, I chart, and data transformation, process capability. It's a matter of minutes. That's why we focus on the data capturing very much. And if you remember, here we talk about 1 to 2 years of data. But here, even if we have 1 to 3 months of data, which will be much easier for us to capture, and then converting them into the data analysis part, which is very easy with the help of Minitab, that's what we can do. And that's what we do in the rapid DMAIC model. Okay. In some cases, if the management is ready to pull out the resources, let's say for a week, now listen to me very carefully. And this experiment I have done with one of the company successfully. Yeah? I'm talking about successfully. When all the main resources of the projects were pulled out for complete 1 week, and we deployed this rapid DMAIC model in 1 week, and we came out with the implementation plan ready. In 1 week, entire implementation plan was completely ready. And then they started implementing that. That is also possible. That's what I'm saying. So rapid DMAIC from 1 month, if the management is ready to, put every important resource, all the stakeholders or the team members of the project in one group, in one room for a week, for 5 days, 6 days, then that team can come out with very precise, action plan, ready to deliver the result. Just implementation is required. That's it. That also can be done with the help of rapid DMAIC. Okay, it depends on the management to management. Management take a call. If management says, no, we cannot pull out people like this, then we will go like, 2 to 3 weeks time or 4 weeks time, like 1 month time, which I'm talking about. That also is very, very important. Okay. So coming back to this. So once we collect the data 1 to 3 months, then we can easily convert that data into information very easily. Once that is done, see, histogram, Pareto, box plot, time series, X bar R, I chart, then normality testing, SNC, which is we call as stability, normality, and capability, which is sigma level, DPM, etc. All these things will maximum take half an hour, 1 hour for you once the data is there. एक बार data हाथ में ले लिया, within 1 hour you can complete everything in the measure phase. Yes, can you do everything in the measure phase in 1 hour? Yes or no? In our hackathon, we do it. Yes or no? In our hackathon, how many of you have attended hackathon? Just type yes in the chat box. How many of you have attended hackathon? In the hackathon, literally, we complete that piece. Okay. Measure phase in 1 hour, analyze phase in couple of hours. So we really rapidly do this with some exercises on Minitab. Okay. So it is proven. If we have the data available, we can easily convert that data into meaningful stats, meaningful graphs, meaningful, information, right? So once that is done, then comes the analyze phase. If you remember, analyze and improve phase takes the maximum amount of time. Analyze and improve phase takes the maximum amount of time. And here in the rapid DMAIC, we only focus on cause and effect and viva analysis. Only focus on fishbone and the root cause analysis. And we do not understand this. Understand this. Do we bypass the hypothesis, regression, etc.? No. If we have the data, we do it. If we don't have the data, even if we go ahead and identify the solutions, listen to me very carefully. Okay, so here what we do, see, what is the logical sequence here? First, we do cause and effect. What is the output of cause and effect? Output of cause and effect is primary causes. Everybody make a note of this. What we get out of cause and effect? You know what is, if you remember cause and effect, man, machine, method, material, all those causes are called primary causes. Primary meaning the causes which are easily identifiable causes. 6 M's, exactly. The 6 categories we have. Those are called primary causes. Then for each and every cause, we ask the question why. That is called root cause analysis, RCA, where we get root causes. So what is the output of why analysis? The root causes. So we get primary causes in the fishbone and the root causes in the RCA, root cause analysis. Once we get the root causes, then we collect the data. Then we need to validate those root causes, right? Correct? Then we need to validate those root causes. For example, one of the root causes is lack of experience of the operators is causing more defect. Lack of experience of the operator, machine operator, is causing the defect. Lack of experience of the call center employee is what you can say is causing the customer dissatisfaction. Is my opinion, is my root cause, is my hypothesis. That hypothesis has to be validated with the data. If I have enough data with me, I can easily do the hypothesis testing regression, because again, the same rule applies. If we have the data, doing hypothesis regression is a type, it's a what you can say, it will take few minutes for completing, right? Now, what we do here, if we have the data, we immediately do this hypothesis regression, etc. But if we don't have the data, we start collecting the data, understand this. But we don't wait until we collect the data. We directly jump to the scamper. If we have the data, go for hypothesis regression, but don't wait for, just go for scamper. And what is the rule? What is the role of scamper? What is the objective of scamper? How many of you remember? What do we do with scamper? Type in chat box. Scamper का objective क्या है? What is the main purpose of doing scamper? Everybody. Why do we do scamper? Scamper yellow belt में भी हम लोगों ने सिखाया है. Yes, all the new members, the people who have attended yesterday, it must be very fresh in your mind. बताइए, why do we use scamper? What is the objective of using scamper? Substitute, combine, add up, modify. What do? We generate we generate what? Guys, type in the chat box. We generate what? Exactly. We generate the solutions. We generate the solutions of the problem, right? We generate the ideas and the solutions through the scamper. Correct? Understand this. So in the rapid DMAIC, if we don't have the data to validate the root causes, we directly jump to the scamper and we start collecting the data about it. So we don't wait for the data collection. We directly jump to the scamper and we make the action plan to implement those ideas. We make the action plan to implement those ideas. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, in this case, if I collect the 2 weeks data in between, okay, then I can do hypothesis testing with this 2 weeks data. If hypothesis testing says, for example, I say that experience, because of lack of experience, there are more defects coming. but the hypothesis testing is showing that this hypothesis is not true. This hypothesis is not true. That means more experienced people also are creating defect and less experienced people are also creating defect. So experience is not playing the part. So I will drop that solution. Are you understanding? So from the ideas, I will drop that idea later. Drop that idea. Are you clear, guys? Just type yes in the chat box. If it is not proven with the hypothesis testing with a very small amount of data, then we can drop that particular idea. We will not take that idea in the solution. Clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Are you understanding this? Just give me yes quickly. Very good. Super. See, understand this, guys. Understand the sequence first so that we can easily apply this in our what do you say, rapid DMAIC model. Okay. Once the implementation plan is ready, then the next part comes in the control phase. In the control phase also, we use control plans and the control charts. Again, if the data is there, control chart making is a very, it's not a time consuming activity. And the control plan is just to control, having the control on all the inputs. Y is equal to function of X, right? So putting very, very tight control on all the input parameters is the actual objective of control plan. Okay. Now, let me just quickly take you through, especially the new people, how this entire flow works basically. Okay. Now, in this, first we identify the project, then project charter, and the process mapping and SIPOC. Okay. Everybody's clear with these 3 points? Project identification, project charter, which we have already studied, and the process mapping. Everybody must be aware, right? SIPOC and the process mapping. SIPOC I'm not covering. I'm not covering the what do you say, the meaning of each and every tool. But the sequence, एक बार sequence understand करो, sequence एक बार fit हो गया, that will become very easy for you to understand. Okay, clear everybody? Now, then there are people involved because it's a team activity. So these 3 activities, the stakeholder, RACI, metric, and communication, is all about the team. How this team will work as a unit, as a project, how their engagement will remain intact, who will be responsible for which activity, who will be accountable for which activity, what will be the communication in between. That will be worked out in these 3 tools, and this is done in the define phase. Clear everybody? Just type yes in the chat box. Everybody clear? Just give me yes. All the new members especially. Okay, I'm just explaining the logical sequence. Okay, clear hai yahan tak? Now, then comes the measure phase. In the measure phase, so once we have done with that, then we go to measure phase. In the measure phase, what we do is operation definition, which is nothing but which data we will collect, how that will be collected, who will collect the data, what will be the frequency of collecting data. That is called operational definition. Okay. Then measurement system analysis, which is also called as GRR and AAA, which is nothing but, because there are some equipments also we use while collecting the data, like thermometers. If I want to measure the temperature, I will use thermometer. If I want to check the weight, I will use weighing scale, correct? Now, what if the weighing scale is giving variation? What if my thermometer is giving variation? Are you understanding? So there would be some variation induced because of the measurement system, and that's why measurement system analysis is done. Very, very important point. Okay. Then we cover some basic statistics like mean, mode, median, variance, standard deviation, everything. And then some Minitab exercises like screening of the data, like histogram, Pareto, box plot, control chart, etc., normality test, and a DPMO. Once the data is collected, again, as I mentioned to you, this is a very, very easy job. And the people in the green belt level, must attend the green belt hackathon. So next upcoming green belt hackathon will happen the first week of May. So make sure you attend the live green belt hackathon. That's a complete different experience altogether, where you will get lot of live Minitab exercises done in the live sessions. Okay. So this is how we collect the data, and with the help of Minitab, we extract information, trends and patterns, normality, process capability of the data. Are you clear till now? Define and measure phase. Just give me yes in the chat box. Are you clear with this? Just for the new members, I'm just quickly going through the sequence. So we have defined the project, we have made the team, then we have collected the data with the help of Minitab, we have extracted some information out of the output data, the Y wala data. Okay. Now we are entering in the analysis phase. Then we go in the analyze phase. You remember Y is equal to function of X. Now from analyze phase, we jump into the X part of it. Okay. We are finding out the reasons, the causes. So the first one is fishbone. We find out all the primary causes. Then we do the root cause analysis to find out the root causes. And then we do the root cause prioritization. Okay, there is also one important tool here we use in the traditional DMAIC approach, which is prioritizing the root causes. Okay, there, similar to FMEA. Okay, FMEA is also used here. Similar to FMEA, there are some prioritization metrics we use to prioritize all the root causes, and only prioritize root causes we take and go ahead with the validation part. Okay, then comes the validation. Now, what is validation? Validation meaning proving your root causes with the help of data. It's a proof. So root causes are the suspects. It's like, understand this. According to you, these are the causes. These are the root causes of my problem. According to you, your opinion, your experience, your knowledge, that has to be proven in the, with the help of data. It's like, the police basically. What is the role of police here? Police's role is to collect the evidences against the suspects, right? If there is somebody who is suspected robber, okay, so police has to, or collect the evidences, right? The CCTV footage, the photographs, the videographs, whatever. Okay, the people who have seen that happening. Okay, so their own interviews, right? So all these things are called validation. Similarly, we collect the data. So root causes are nothing but the suspects according to our knowledge. See, fishbone analysis, man, machine, method, mother nature, all these things are according to our knowledge. Then Y-Y analysis, according to our knowledge. There is no data used here. So once we found out the root causes, then we go ahead and collect the data about it to prove those root causes, and that is called validation. Are you clear with this point? Validation meaning proving your root cause with the help of data. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. All the new members, are you clear with this definition of validation? Everybody just give me yes, especially the new members who have joined yesterday and last week and to last week. New members, clear hai ye? Validation meaning proving your root causes with the help of data. And that includes hypothesis testing, regression, design of experiment. There are so many other things. Exactly. So you correlate that those suspects with the data, and then if that correlation is successful, then those are the real, what you can say, suspects are, basically are captured, and then we have to find out the solutions on them. Now, after that, there is something called FMEA also is used, which is failure mode effect analysis, which is used to identify the potential problems. Generally, the fishbone, what we identify is the problems which have already occurred. In the FMEA, we identify the potential problem. They have not occurred yet. They have not happened yet, but they can happen in the near future. Okay. And then value stream mapping, process mapping, these are all the lean tools also we can use if we are doing any time related project. Okay. Then this value stream mapping or inventory related project, time related project. Okay. Then these kinds of tools can be used. Okay. Then once the root causes validation is done, then we go to the next part, which is called improve phase, called, to identify the solutions. So improve phase's objective kya hai? Identifying the solutions, prioritizing the solutions, and make action plan. Very simple. 3 objectives. Identify the solution, prioritize the solution, make the action plan to implement the solution. This is what we do in the improve phase. So Scamper is nothing but to generate the ideas, identifying the solutions, solution generation. effort benefit is to prioritization, and then this is called the implementation. These are the 3 points, that's what I mentioned, right? Generation with a scamper, effort benefit is a prioritization matrix, and implementation plan is a plan where who will do what, that is clearly mentioned there. Okay. And after that, these all are the lean tools. Okay. If you have any kind of FMEA's full form is failure mode and effect analysis, failure mode and effect analysis, FMEA. Okay. We'll take a special session on FMEA. Okay. It will take a 1 hour complete session on FMEA. All right. So these are some of the lean tools also we use, like SMED, 5S, Pokayoke, 7 West of, we have seen the Teamwood, right? And VA, NVA analysis. All these things are lean tools which also can be used over here. Okay. Once the solutions are used, solutions are identified and implemented, then we start seeing the result. And once we start seeing the result, then we start implementing the final phase, which is called control phase. And that is the reason we implement a control plan. What is control plan? Control plan is nothing but how do I put control on my excess, all the input factors. How do I put a very strong control? Because I have identified the root causes, this very important critical root causes I have identified. How do I make sure there is no variation in them? And that is the major objective of control plan. Controlling your excess, that's it. Okay. And then we use certain control charts. We all know that, right? I chart, X bar R, X bar S, then the P chart, C chart, U chart, and there are many charts we use in control chart. And then auditing, SOPs, and employee trainings, all these things basically are used in the control phase. Okay, so control phase's main objective is whatever we have improved should sustain at that level. Okay, yes. So this is what is the overall flow of the DMAIC framework. So you should understand the sequence of the tools as well. And once the sequence is clear, then implementing that becomes very easy. Clear? So what we have covered today, first we have covered what is, the breakup of yellow belt, green belt, and the black belt project. So 10% yellow belt, 80% green belt, and a 10% black belt, correct? Then we have seen the breakup of the DMAIC, this entire method, y is equal to function of x. Then we have seen, right? Define and measure phase focuses on the y, whereas analyze, improvement, control phase focuses on the x. Clear? Yes? Are you clear with these 2 points? Y is equal to function of x. If you remember, I mentioned that earlier. Then I gave you the breakup of this, right? Let me just quickly share this screen again. Remember, everybody, just give me a yes in the chat box. So yellow belt is 1 month, green belt is 3 to 4 months, black belt is 6 months. Then I gave you the breakup of each and every phase wise, week wise. Okay, this table was created. Okay, and why does it take much time? Because most of us work in part-time basis. That's the reason it takes very long. So we have a modified version of a DMAIC, which is called a rapid DMAIC model, where if management basically gives us a task that there is a green belt project, but I want the result in faster duration, I cannot give you 3 months. I want the result in 1 month. Okay, take more resources, take more time, but I want result in 1 month. Their rapid DMAIC is a perfect model. Okay, where you can use this model, and I have already given you these tools. You have to use. There are some must-use tools, and there are certain tools which you can use handsomely, smartly. I would say not handsomely, smartly to go ahead and grab this opportunity. Okay, so this is the model where we can compare DMAIC as well as rapid DMAIC. I have not used rapid DMAIC, but only once I have used, where we completed a green belt project. Okay, 2 or 3 green belt projects in 1 week, because management has given us that task, and all the main key stakeholders were released for 1 complete week. And that decision is a very, very important decision for any management, because all the key team members are not available for the process, for a week, and still you have to sustain. That itself is a big gutsy call. And that management had taken that call, and we came out with flying colors after 1 week. We came out with a fantastic implementation plan. And after that, they rolled out the plan and they got the result. Okay. So that this model, nowadays we have got the AI tools, we have got chat GPTs and all the other tools as well. So we can really use this model over there. And see, ultimately, as a Lean Six Sigma practitioner, we are basically have to be a little innovative. Okay. So we thought of going a little innovative in this traditional approach of DMAIC, how we can fast track this without impacting the quality of, without compromising on the quality part of the DMAIC framework. Okay. So that's about the rapid DMAIC model. Any question you have, you can always ask this. Okay. Are you clear till now? Just give me yes in the chat box, everybody. Clear? So you got the idea how the framework, etc. works. See, we have got, we have got a lot of sessions in the masterclass archive. Let me see if I can show you masterclass archive in my, just a second. Okay. Meanwhile, anybody is having question related to this, what you can do is there is a raise hand option in your, in your options available. Okay. I'll share this PPT with you. Yes. So below your video, I will share this PPT with you. Okay. And that Excel format also I will share. Both I will share that will be for your reference. Okay. I just wanted to check if I can show. Yeah. Meanwhile, you can just keep your hand raised if you have any question, or else you can type your question as well. Just a second. Yes. So I'm just opening the masterclass archive folder, just for your reference. My throat is really bad for last couple of days of cold. Okay. So here we go. So masterclass archive folder में दिखा देता हूँ आपको सबको, just for the new members especially. All the senior members of course know this. So this is masterclass archive, guys. You will find it below your course 1, course 2, course 3. Course 1 is green belt, course 2 is black belt, course 3 is master black belt. If you have upgraded to master black belt, then master black belt will be accessible to you. 1 and 2 will be accessible to most of you, right? Now below that, there will be something called masterclass archive. So now, as I mentioned to you, you have to, for the latest one, you have to just scroll it down. Okay, just below. So I'm just dragging it down. And below you will find, see, the last session happened on 12th of April, which was on control charts with continuous data. Can you see here? Okay. So here you can check out that portion. All right. So if you click on start, there'll be a video, and below the video, there will be any document. Let's say if there is any Minitab file. Okay. This is the session. And you can see that there was one file we basically shared during the live session, and that file you can check out over here. Clear hai? Yes? Everybody just give me yes in the chat box. Toll gate review, Minitab. राजू जी को जरा Minitab का how to download Minitab एक बार send कर दो. Clear hai? Very good, very good. Now listen to me very carefully. Okay, if you are studying any topic, okay, let's say you are studying a topic of example Pareto analysis. Example I'm giving. Okay, so let's say if I come here and type Pareto. Okay, so Pareto, I think Pareto is we cover so many times in the hackathon, etc. Let's say ANOVA. So if I want to check ANOVA, I'm just talking about ANOVA. So you can see here whatever live sessions which have happened in ANOVA. Okay, you can see advanced hypothesis ANOVA, decoding ANOVA, practical ANOVA, decoding ANOVA table. All these ANOVA related topics will come. Okay, so here there is a search bar. So whichever topic you are studying, no, if you want to go deeper into that topic, this is the best search option. Okay, clear guys? team, can you just give the WhatsApp number 99203? ये नंबर पे ना, सो मिनिट ऐप के लिए जस्ट सेंड अ मैसेज ऑन दिस व्हाट्सएप नंबर एंड सेव दिस नंबर 9930595248. So this is a number for mentor. Everybody, all the new members, please save this number on your WhatsApp. Okay, and send the message about any query about minute app. Okay, we'll send immediately. इनको भी भेज दो, मिस्टर सागर को भी भेज दीजिए, ठीक है? All right. Now, which AI tools we can focus to improve efficiency in Lean Six Sigma? The best tool is ChatGPT. Okay, focus on ChatGPT. Take ChatGPT advanced version, which is a paid version, which takes around 1500-1600 रुपया कुछ तो है उनका monthly charge, but it works phenomenally. Okay, so nowadays, see what happens is Minitab. Let's say if Minitab gives you some output, okay, and there are certain points which you are not able to understand what is the meaning of that. So you can just copy that, put it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT will explain you that as well. Are you understanding? So the best tool everybody is to start working with is ChatGPT. So that's the number one tool I am recommending to everybody. Okay. Yeah. What is toll gate review? Toll gate review is nothing but it is a review by the top management people after every after every phase, after define phase, measure phase, analyze, improvement, control phase. Top management people, the HODs, okay, CEOs, CXOs, they actually overview the progress of the project. They ask the question related to that. Okay. हाँ, मैं स्क्रीन पे कुछ बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं ऐसे ही बात कर रहा हूं. हाँ, the screen is not shared actually. So they review the progress of the project, and this methodology, okay, this entire methodology is basically derived from the coaching model of GE, General Electric. Okay, it's a proven model for last 3 decades. If we use this model, define, measure, and in between, the toll gate review from the top management, it is very low chance to fail in the project. Okay, just follow the model what we teach, and that exact model which we use in our consulting, and we get the successful results. Okay, so use these models and you can grab your results. Clear? Any other question? You can just raise your hand, unmute yourself, and ask the question. If no, then we will stop the session. The recording will be available in couple of hours from today, from now.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I just want to ask, I can see in my login, my all courses in my courses. So from which courses I have to start?
Course number 1.
Yeah, because there are multiple, e-library and multiple courses I can see.
So right now we are basically signed up for green belt and black belt. Okay, just be very
yes.
So first we have to complete green belt, okay, which is course number 1. Once that certification is done, then we start our black belt journey. Okay, come to the live sessions. In between, if you have any question, the number which was given by my colleague Sohel, please message on that number. It is not for calling because it is a common number used by multiple mentors. Okay, and generally we are just like you. We are also like you go to your office or the factory. We go to our client and do the coaching, training, consulting. So we may not be in a position to receive the call. And see, we have got thousands of students, right? So see, facility given to one student has to be given to every student, right? So calling facility is not cannot be given because if hundreds of people start calling, we have to give we are answerable to that, right? So the message facility is available and we are very fast in giving the responses. Okay, within couple of hours you will get your response. So wherever you get stuck, just send a message, wait for some time, reply will definitely come. How many of you have experienced the WhatsApp messaging responses? Just give me yes in the chat box. You send a message, send a question or query, and our team immediately responds to that. Yes or no? And use WhatsApp because it's a faster way of communication. Email also है, लेकिन email में थोड़ा सा slow response रहेगा. WhatsApp is a faster response. Okay, so I would suggest go for course number 1 and complete your course. Come to the live sessions and take your knowledge to the depth, and go to the course number 2 later. Okay, That's
Yeah,
the sequence. Yeah.
but there are multiple, like, lean management practitioner, then basic,
Now don't
advanced.
go anywhere there. First for course number 1, course number 2. That's it. After
Okay,
that हो जाने के बाद आपके पास पूरे बोनसेस है, जो करना है वो बाद में कर सकते हैं. ठीक है?
understood, understood.
Okay, okay. Super. Any other question?
Sir, I had one question.
हाँ.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for explaining all these things with respect to DMAIC. In between, you have explained about the breakup of yellow belt, green belt, black belt with respect to DMAIC timeline, right? So in this, you have said that yellow belt took 4 weeks and black belt took 24 weeks, right?
हाँ.
So
This one.
I wanted to understand how this
This one.
time is required, why this time is required, and how will be this effective in any project management. If black belt is required 24 weeks and yellow belt is required 4 weeks, then which belt is which project time will be better for the management?
So actually, yellow belt projects are very smaller projects compared to the black belt projects. Now, for example, now what happens is, there is a challenge in defining clearly what is yellow belt, what is green belt, and what is black belt, because that is even not defined by the people who have created these kind of segments. Okay. So there is always some kind of gray area over here. Now, when it comes to yellow belt, it's like simple low hanging fruit projects. I always explain this with with a simple tree diagram. I'll just explain it over here as well. Let's say there is a simple tree like this. Okay, just for our understanding, this is a tree. So there are low hanging fruits in the tree. I will call them as a yellow belt project. These are all YB projects, low hanging fruits, which can easily be identified. Okay, a small problem, okay, a small downtime of the machine, a small customer complaint comes first time. Okay, that can be a yellow belt project for you. The green belt projects are a medium complex projects. So those are called green belt projects, and majority of the projects are lying in this platform. And the black belt are the very complex problems which are very chronic in nature. Their potential of making losses are also very high, something like 1 crore a year, 2 crore a year. These kinds of projects are black belt projects, where multiple departments, multiple stakeholders are involved, okay, and very complex in nature. That project, because it's the complexity of the nature, it takes a lot of time to uproot that problem, and that takes a lot of time. That's why if you observe very closely, you will get majority of the time goes to analyze and improve phase. Okay. And why analyze phase takes maximum time? Because once you identify the root causes, validation of the root causes require a data collection again on the root causes, and that consumes a lot of time. That's what my observation is. That's why analyze and improve phase is all about. Let's say improve phase takes 10 weeks. Let's say 10 weeks is equal to 2.5 months. Why? Because in the black belt level, it will require some bigger implementation of the solutions, maybe automation of the processes, maybe some kind of some kind of machinery modification, etc. So those kinds of stuff requires capital expenditure, lot of time to identify the the people who can deliver the text, etc. So it takes a lot of time. So analyze and improve phase basically consumes a lot of resources. That's why this is a safeguard. The traditional timelines which are basically can be seen, but nonetheless we can reduce it if lot of things are already in the place, resources are already there. We can always reduce this timeline, and with the AI models, AI tools right now we are using, our objective is to reduce this timeline even further shorter, and rapid DMAIC is one of the short what you can say effort you can say towards that direction. Okay, reducing this timeline. Yeah, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir, but little bit one more question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
If I not able to complete my black belt, then is it okay to me to perform the black belt project?
I haven't understood your question. Let's say if you have started the project but you're not able to complete it. That's what your question is?
Yes.
But so see, there could be reasons for that. For example, let's say maybe the problem which was there is no more the problem a priority. Okay, there could be so many reasons. Some of the key stakeholders have left the company. Okay, or maybe you have been transferred to some other department. There could be n number of reasons, why black belt project cannot be completed. Okay. So obviously there are certain what I can say failure mode effect analysis we do when we start the projects as well. Okay. So we foresee certain challenges in the define phase itself. If there are certain challenges which we are foreseeing that this project can suffer with certain challenges, so we make the action plan accordingly as well. Okay. See, it never happens that you one morning you wake up and all the things have changed, right? There will be some timeline, and we have to escalate it and immediately get some some planning going towards it. So and again, answering another way that is, it's not your only single person's responsibility to deliver the result. It's a company's responsibility, right? Your management, your head of the department, your top management, your CEO is also equally responsible to deliver the result of the black belt. You are the driver, you are the captain. Now let's say take a case of IPL team. Okay, let's say Rohit Sharma, or let's say Hardik Pandya, he's a captain of Mumbai Indian, but he's not the only responsible person. There is a coach, there is support staff, there is entire management. Everybody's responsibility to make the team successful. The similarly goes with the team as well. Okay, and you have to escalate as much as possible. And there are some traffic light reports which I will explain you later, that how you can escalate in timely manner if you foresee certain kinds of delays or certain kind of changes which can put your project in the danger zone. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining in. So we will put this, in the masterclass archive. Asked about the mini project of YB. See, Sureshji, I always suggest that you should start implementing the projects in your company. Okay. If not the projects, at least start using certain tools. Like, for example, we can use Pareto analysis. We can use cause and effect. We can use root cause analysis. We can use Camper. All these basic tools are there, right? We can collect the data, use some graphical tools, statistical tools, etc., and solve the problem systematically. If even though that you have started as a culture, that will be a great start for you to begin with. Okay, that will be my answer to that. And speak with your management. Okay, that I'm learning Lean Six Sigma, and I think that these are the projects we can do in our company. Okay, I need your support. I need your permission for that. And who would say no? Because everybody must be aware of Lean Six Sigma. It's a problem-solving approach. It's a fantastic, proven methodology, time-tested methodology, industry-tested methodology. So I don't think management will oppose this fantastic idea. Yeah, approach the management with open mind, and you will get a positive response. Yeah, superb. So I think that's it. So thank you very much for joining in, and I'll see you again in the next live session. Till the time, keep learning, keep growing.